Mets, baby, love the Mets. All right, baby, let's go. Get a home run, baby, love the Mets. Let's go, Mets.
All right, we are back. This is Gaming the Right Way, and this is Mets Scoreboard. The Mets take on the Toronto Blue Jays in the second game of the series, and I'll be doing the play-by-play. I'm Billy Wright, and welcome. The Mets lost the first game yesterday, 2-1. Good thing about it was that Lindor was in the game, and he hit a home run. It's unfortunate that he couldn't get it on the last game on Sunday against the Phillies. But anyway, this is the lineup we'll have tonight, so it'll definitely have Lindor in it. So we'll get to that right now. To make sure that everything is working correct. There we go. See, that was quick. All right, so pitching basically for both teams will be Kevin Gausman for the Blue Jays. He's 4-6, and Nolan McLean, who is 4-5 for the Mets. So the game should be starting in like 1 minute or so, or something like that. Pretty close. 7:05 start. But first batter will be Carson Binge, and then we got for the Mets will be Juan Soto, and then Bo Bichette, and then fourth Francisco Lindor. Jared Young, fifth. A.J. Ewing batting sixth. Francisco Alvarez batting seventh. Brett Beatty batting eighth, and Luis Torrens batting ninth. That's for the Mets. Now, I didn't see a Guerrero. I don't know what happened to him, so I wouldn't have to look that up. But he's not in the lineup. So we got a George Springer batting first. Lukes batting second. Alejandro Kirk batting third. Keys batting fourth. Clement batting fifth. Varsho batting sixth. What's his name? Euphraise batting seventh. Pinanogo batting eighth, and ex-Met Jimenez batting ninth. So that is the starting lineup. Just getting ready. It's a real hot one today. Weather-wise, of course. Oof. And like I said, I'm in a place where it's no air, so I got my fans going. So hopefully I'll be, and I'm not wearing black because that usually attracts it all. But see what happens. See if the Mets can get this game. So tomorrow's game will be the rubber game, and I'll be doing that game also. And I think that game is going to be. I just want to make sure what time that game is. That's going to be at 3:07 time, so I'll be on the air. I'll be on 3 o'clock Eastern time. So get that game in, and I think the Mets then will take a Thursday needed break to travel to Atlanta, and that will be. I'll be back on Friday, but Thursday night I'll do a MLB baseball game. So that'll be like my 18th or 19th baseball game. That's not the Mets, so I'll pick a game on that after tomorrow night's game. See what I can come up with. I did a lot of different teams, so I'm trying to figure out what teams I can do, in that time slot. So anyway, we do have a poll, of course. I always have a poll, and we'll do that before the fourth inning starts, and that basically means. I'm just basically saying if the Mets can win who can win game 2 today. So, like I said, if the Mets win game 2, again, they have a chance to win the rubber game tomorrow. So that's what you need. You need to start winning. Like I said, it doesn't matter how you slice it. If you don't start winning, you're not even going to be in the conversation when it comes to trading deadline or playoff. So, all right. So I'm just waiting for the 3D to load up, and then sometimes the 3D is giving me problems. I'm not sure if anybody else has problems with the 3D, but now I don't have it up now. What happened? Hold on, I just saw it. It's gone again. Here it comes. So anyway, the 3D may be ahead of the game, so I do apologize, and I would hope nobody blabs out this, because just let me take care of it, okay? let's have fun. Hopefully, if you're a Met fan, we can get a win here for the Mets and move on from there. So, like I said, I don't know what happened to their first baseman, their best player, Vlad Guerrero. This is the first. Bo Bichette came back yesterday for the first time in Toronto. So, first time since, I guess, the home run that he hit in the 7th game of the World Series last year, I guess they said. Yesterday he was in the game. So, here we go. Whew. It is a scorcher outside, guys. I hope everybody was safe. I hope everybody drank a lot of fluids if you're outside, shelter, everything. Stayed in the air conditioner, you know, good stuff. So, yep. Getting set. The last day of June. You believe it already? The last day of June. A couple of days from the July 4th. So Kevin Gausman, 4.36 ERA, 91 hits, 22 walks, 93 strikeouts, and a whip of 119. And Carson Binge will be coming up. Wow, they got a rookie at first. They got a rookie at left field. 2 rookies in the game for the Blue Jays today. The Mets also have 2 rookies, of course. A.J. Ewing and Carson Binge. And Carson Binge will be leading off, like I said. And waiting for the first pitch from Guzman. And he's batting 257. That's going to be a called strike. So we're underway. And Carson Binge got 9 home runs, 32 RBIs. He went 1 for 4 last night's game. Next pitch is low. We got a 1-1 count. Just make sure my mic is good here. Everything's starting to fall off of here. All right. One pitch, and it's a called strike. 1 and 2 we got here. Next pitch is swung on and hit to first base, and he flips it over to first, and that's going to be an out. So 1 out. Carson Binge score that 3-1. It's going to bring up Juan Soto. All right, just making sure. Juan Soto's coming up. Against, I don't know why they do it, but against, he's .471 average, 2 doubles, a home run, 5 RBIs against Gausman in his lifetime. He's batting .301 this season. First pitch is a foul ball, and it's going to go over the dugout in left field out of play. 1-0-1. The dome is up. I mean, the roof is open for the game today. Who knows what will happen to the ball now? Next pitch is a ball. We got a 1-1 count. One and one. And that's a ground ball right to the first baseman, flipped over to the pitcher covering. Again, it's 3-1 out. 3-1 put out. 2 outs. 2 quick ones. Sweating already. Coming up, it's going to be Bo Bichette. And they're not telling me anything about Bo Bichette yet. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Getting like a sort of something like a standing ovation, but you know. Ground ball, second base, over to first, and that's the inning. Score that 4-3. So no runs, no hits, none left. Going to the bottom of the first. Blue Jays are coming up. No score. That was a quick one. All right. Springer, Lukes, and Kirk will be coming up for the Blue Jays against Nolan McLean. While we wait, I'm going to check. I'm not sure if I didn't see any news on Guerrero. Maybe I missed it. I'm going to see if there's any news on that. Okay, so just like everybody else who's got this hard swing, Guerrero was scratched from the lineup about an hour ago for back tightness. Back tightness. So he's not in. So I know that Soto was out a couple of days for his back. Schwarber was out for a couple of days for his back. So, you know, when you're a big, strong guy, sometimes, you know, all those swings messes your back up. There is a score right now, as I was looking through. The Texas Rangers against the Guardians. The Guardians have a 2-0 lead on a Kyle Mazzarato 2-run home run, his 10th of the year. And that is in the top of the third. So, White Sox and Orioles are also on right now. I did that game yesterday. I did that team yesterday. 1-1. And George Springer is up 221 average, 8 home runs, and 21 RBIs. He was 1 for 4 last night. And of course, his game-changing drive last night changed the game for the Mets. Ground ball, right to short, over to first, and that's one gone. Score that, 6-3 put out. McLean, 4.03 ERA, 66 hits, 34 walks, 106 strikeouts, 1.12 whip. Not bad for a young guy. 106 strikeouts on the season already. And it's going to bring up Luke's batting 304. First pitch is called a strike. 4 homers, 17 RBIs, and he was 0 for 3 last night. Next pitch is a fly ball hit out to Soto, and that is 2 gone. 2 outs. It's going to bring up Alejandro Kirk. Well, I'm sorry, the Mets have 3 rookies. I forgot about McLean being a rookie in this game today. Alejandro Kirk is 183 average, 2 homers and 7 RBIs since he came off that IL. Here comes the pitch, and that ball is swung on and missed. 0-1. As you can tell, McLean does strike out a lot of guys with his 103 this year so far. That's, ball. I would have challenged that bad boy, but it's too early for that. It definitely could have been a strike, but no. 1-1. Here comes the pitch, and that's inside. 2-1. Got a 2-1 count. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a strike call. 2-2. We got 2-2 here. Kirk was born in Tijuana, Mexico. Major League debut was Major League debut was September 12, 2020. I'd like to introduce him, my buddy right here, Woody. He corrects me. He figures out, he finds out all the mistakes, and he'll just do like he did there. So we got a 2-2 count on Kirk. Just starting out. Bottom of the first, 2 outs. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be blooped over shortstop into left field for a base hit. First runner of the game, base runner, and first hit of the game. It's going to bring up Keys. He's a rookie. See, I don't understand why they got to keep showing the single. Get back to the game. Next pitch is first pitch to Keys is a strike. He's batting .250. Oh, in the minors, he was a .284 average, 21 homers and 54 RBIs. This season, he's 1 for 4 with the Blue Jays since called up. That pitch is a strike. 0-2. We got an 0-2 count here. McClain looking for his first strikeout. Here comes the pitch. And it's swinging out. Strike him out. And that retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're going to the top of the second. No score. All right. Coming up for the Mets will be Francisco Lindor, Jared Young, and A.J. Ewing. Let's get back to the scores. Well, I left it on the White Sox and the Orioles being 1-1. Now it's 3-1 White Sox. Top of the third. Home run by Colson Montgomery, and I did this game yesterday, and no home runs was called yesterday with both teams. But Colson Montgomery gets his 21st of the season, and it's 3-1. Pirates at Phillies. Pirates took down the Phillies yesterday, and today it's 2-0 in the middle of the third. Phillies. And, of course, Sanchez is going for the Phillies, so that score may not change. Anyway, Tigers against the Yankees, and the Yankees are spinning out of control. I think it's, if they lose tonight, it'll be 6 games in a row. And they're losing 2-0, like I said. Riley Green homers is 10th. So, and let's get back to the game. Get some more scores later. So, Francisco Lindor will be coming up. Hit a home run, and the only run for the Mets yesterday. In the National League, there's 9 teams above 500. In the American League, there's 5. Wow. Not a great year for the teams, baseball. And Lindor is up, and first pitch is swung on, and that's in foul territory on the first base side, and out of play. .220 average, 3 homers, 8 RBIs, and like I said, 1 for 4 last night with a solo home run. First one since his return from the IL. Now, you get Lindor going. You get Soto back on track. You get Bichette going. maybe, maybe. There's a maybe only, you know. So get those guys going. That's what you need. 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a swinging strike. 0-2. Even on the road, the Mets bring the Spider-Man mask. Pitches outside, 1-2. Since the interim manager, Green, took over, the Mets have only won one game. That was his second game on Saturday. I'm keeping a record on that, so, and I have my calendar here, which I'll be taking out and putting in the new calendar tomorrow. Okay, we got a 2-2 count to Lindor. Here comes the pitch, and he swings, and that ball is flew out to right fielder, and he makes the catch, and that's one gone in the second. So, boom. Brings up Jared Young. Yep, Jared Young, right? Whew. It's a sweatbox in here. Here comes Jared Young. He's batting .234. First pitch is swung on, and that's hit out to center field, and that's going to be playable. And that's two gone very quickly. 2 outs for the Mets. This is only the second inning, right? And he's only thrown 15 pitches, so not doing the job. Mets are not doing the job. What they need to do is to make him work. That is not a good sign when you don't make that pitcher work. A.J. Ewing's coming up. He's batting .275. Here comes the pitch. Swinging strike. 0-1. 4 homers, 19 RBIs. He was 0 for 2 last night's game. Oh, 0-1 pitch, here it comes, and that ball is out to center field, and that's the third out of the inning. So 3 quick flyouts, and that's it. No runs, no hits, none left. We are going to the bottom of the second. No score. Coming up for Toronto will be Clement, Varso, and your Foss, not my Foss. Yeah, that's funny. Anyway, go back to the scoreboard. Well, we left it off on the Tigers, right? The Yankees. Well, the Tigers just added 2 more runs to make it 4-0 in the top of the first. What is going on with the Yankees? Home run by Carpenter, his 13th, and Torkelson, his 14th, and plus, Green, his 10th. Nationals at Red Sox, bottom of the first, no score in Boston. Cardinals at the Braves, bottom of the first, there's no score. Rays at Royals, warming up. I think that's it for right now. We got it all, right? I think it's it. Let's make sure anything else is happening. Up. Rangers were winning at 2-0, but the Guardians, the Guardians were winning 2-0, and the Rangers just tied it up 2-2. Home run by Peterson, his 14th. There you go. Wow, every time I do that, there's another score. The White Sox are winning 5-1 now over the Orioles, top of the third. And there you go. That's it for now. And we'll get to the next one after. Yeah, okay. All right, so Clement is up. First pitch to him is a ground ball right to second, over to first. Quick out. I didn't even tell you what he was batting. Score that. 4-3, put out. Could be a fast, very fast game today, it looks like, which is all right with me because I'm sweating. Ooh, boy. Next batter is Varso. He's batting .258. Pitches a ball, 1-0. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a strike, 1-1. 7 home runs, 22 RBIs this year. McLean's only thrown 15 pitches in the bottom of the second also. So it's very quick. Both teams are just like on it's not even a getaway day, but they're swinging at everything. Tomorrow's getaway day. And if I was the Mets, I don't think I would want to leave this place that quick because they're going to be going against the Braves in Atlanta for 3 games. So, next pitch is swung on and fouled back. It's 1-2 we got now. McLean looking for a second strikeout of the game. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be swung on and foul. Pretty deep in right field, but foul it is. One-two count. Here comes the pitch. That's foul back. Still 1-2. One-two count. Here comes the pitch. Swinging strikeout. Oh, that's stuck. Well, he struck him out. That's his second strikeout of the game. Give me 1 second. I had the strikeout working. There you go. It's going to bring up. Hold on. Struck him out. Urias, he's batting .333. 4 for 12, 1 home run and 2 RBIs this season. He was 1 for 2 last night. Pitch is thrown, and that's a strike. 0-2 we got on him now. .02 pitch. 2 out. Bottom of the second, no score. Pitch is swung on and fouled off. Still 0-2. Did he break his bat or something? What's going on? Come on, where are you doing? Still 0-2. Waiting for the pitch. Come on. Here comes the pitch, and that ball is foul, out of play. Torrens going for it, over the dugout, and out of play. Still 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That ball is shot into over the second baseman's head. It's going to run it for a base hit in right field. Second hit of the game for the Blue Jays. Coming up for the Blue Jays, Pinanjo just looped over the. What's up, Gary? How you doing, man? Oh, man, you was in here on what was it? Sunday? Oh, 1 minute. Pinango is batting .270, 5 homers and 20 RBIs. He's 0 for 3. Yeah, you weren't here the last one when I didn't understand why they had a chance on. It was a Friday. Was it Friday or it was on both? Oh, it was actually on Sunday when the Mets lost 5-4, and they didn't put a pinch hitter in. And Lindor was sitting there like pacing back and forth. So I waited to the end to watch to listen to the so-called new, intimate manager, and he says they asked him, well, did Lindor have the full day off? He goes, yeah, we gave him the full day off. How can you give a guy who just came off the disabled list a full day off and not a chance to give the Mets a chance? Because they had a man on first, and they had Lindor, and of course, what did he do Monday? I didn't do the game Monday. He hit a home run. So you know what I'm saying? What are they doing? Why are they keeping the talent on the bench? Anyway, a base hit, and now the Toronto Blue Jays have 2 men on base with 2 outs, threatening first and second. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand that. But they said, oh, we gave him the full day off. But yeah, but he just came off the disabled list on Thursday. He played 1 game Thursday. Thursday, and then Friday he was off, and then Saturday he played he had triple and everything else like that, and then you don't put him in on Sunday. 242 Jimenez is up, and that's just called swinging strike. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. And if you're gonna tell us that we're not doing anything, tell us that the Mets are done this year. Don't play this game with us, please. Let us just enjoy the team and say, well, next year. 0-2 we got. So because of that, I said I wasn't going to do the first game last night, and of course the Mets won. So, Okay, so Jimenez is 0-2. Now McLean's got 30 pitches. He only had 16 when he started this inning, so they're getting to him with 2 outs. It's a 1-2 count now. Of course, the next Met, which I thought was going to be a pretty good shortstop for the Mets, but they trade baited him for where did he go? Oh, he went for the Guardians. He went for Lindor, I believe, if I'm correct. He was one of them going for Lindor. We got a 2-2 count here. At home, McLean's record is 2-4 in 9 games, and on the road, he's 2-1 in 7 games. A lower ERA on the road. We got a 2-2 count here, and he strikes him out swinging. So McLean gets out of it. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. Going to the top of the third, no score. So I was just curious. I was just curious to find out why, when Lindor is standing there and they're showing him on TV that he's going like this, and the cameras are right on him because they're like saying, what about Lindor? He's right there. He's right there. He's right there. He's smiling. He's giggling, having a good time all game. You didn't put him in the game, and then you ask the interim manager, who I think is a puppet. He's a puppet for Stern, because I think that when you look at the lineups, I did 40. This is my 42nd game. These lineups are not made by managers, because if it was, I say, wait a minute, then why is he not doing his own lineups? Why is he following? You forgot his name because he got fired. I remember. I'm getting mixed up. I mean, the manager who was fired. See how fast I forget him? I think that's what's going to happen. I think they're showcasing, and they're, and Lindor. That Peralta's gone. Peralta's just showcasing now. But don't let us sit in the closet. Tell us we're smart. I would have to say the Mets fan base are not dumb. Tell us. Send it out and say, listen, I'm sorry guys, this year is done, and it's gonna be a while, but we're gonna get back to the team that we should be. For you guys. Don't sit there and go, well, like what's the name was saying. Yes, definitely Soto's not going anywhere. And here comes Alvarez. Alvarez takes a ball. He's batting .250, 8 homers, 18 RBIs. He's 1 for 3 in this series. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we're not stupid. Exactly. He's a scapegoat, but here's the thing. You see what I'm saying? Well, anyway, the Blue Jays challenged that, and they got the strike. So it's 0-2 now on Alvarez. So they used their challenge. Timeout, Alvarez. But here's the thing. I think, my opinion, is that Cohen fired... Oh, what the hell is his name again? Why I can't forget his name? I've been screaming about it all year. I can't remember his name. Anyway, that's a strike. 0-2. Why do I forget his name? Oh my God, I'm losing my brain here. Scapegoat. Yeah. Next pitch is outside. We got a 1-2 count. Sometimes you forget, and I just don't, because I don't see him anymore, so I forget his name like that. He's out of my database. I have to go back for it now to see why I forgot his name. Been calling for the head of him. That's a foul. Still 1-2. God, I forget when I do that a lot now. I'm trying to figure his name out. Mendoza. Thank you, Foxy. Anyway, Mendoza, Cohen said, you know what? I'm going to fire Mendoza, but you know what? That's foul, pretty far deep in the stands, left field. I'm going to know now I'm going to look right at Stern. This is my opinion. I think he's going to look at Stern now, because he fired Mendoza, and he figured, well, if I fire Mendoza, then everything should change, right? He'll find out who it is, and maybe Stern won't be there. And he struck him out looking. First strikeout for Gosman. One gone. Because look, I look at when Green came on, right? No, I think that he was brainwashed by Stern, and Beatty's 208, 3 homers, 26 RBIs. He's 0 for 2 last night. And another one. Here's what I looked at. I looked at this right after Mendoza was fired. They came up the next day with Green, and Green had the same lineups as Mendoza. Now look. Lindor is standing right next to him, chatting, having a good time, drinking water. The Green is drinking water. The other guy is next to him, who is his bench coach, which they wouldn't give him the job. They said it's too much for him to be in this situation right now. Well, then why are you a bench coach? You know what I'm saying? You're going to get these situations where you probably could, have to take over a team. But you know what I'm saying? Lindor always chums up to the manager. He's standing right next to him. Green's laughing. How do you laugh when your team is 15 games out, nowhere near getting into the playoffs anytime soon? We got a 2-2 count here. Come on. It's ridiculous. Just tell us fans that this season's over, apologize, and that's it. I hope so. I really do. I hope you're right, Gary. I hope there's going to be a new GM because you know what? It's not working. This stuff is not working. Anyway, we got a 2-2 count. Mets are looking for their first hit of the game. Brett Baty. Here comes the pitch. And that ball is hit down the line. Right field. That's going to go to the corner. That's going to be a double for Brett Baty. It's about time, Brett Baty. You got to put him in the lineup. You better do something because Vientos is right there on the bench. First hit of the game for the Mets is a double right past the first baseman all the way down into the corner. Right. All I know is that this is my opinion, there is no way the Mets are going to be buyers at the trading deadline. I'm sorry. If they're buyers, then I'll eat this hat. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, it ain't happening. I know, Woody. I'm not going to really, because you can't really eat these hats. But here's Luis Torrens, 214, 1 home run and 15 RBIs. There's 1 out, top of the third. First pitch is low. $10 for $75 with runners in scoring position in the last 10 games. That's horrible. Horrible. They keep showing Green drinking water. I guess I don't know what his problem is. This guy moves around a lot. He does move around a lot. And the pitch is swung on, and that's hit to center field, and it's caught. Is Baty going to go to third? No, Baty doesn't even go. So that's an out. No tag up. 2 outs, and here comes Binge, who is 0 for 1 with a ground out. I know, Gary, I know that they're playing. I know. I'm not stupid. I've been a Met fan for I don't know how many. They're playing this game like whatever. They're telling them, you're not going anywhere. And don't be surprised if your job is done. You'll be gone from this team. But they're not telling the fans. And that's a strike call. They're not telling us. They're just letting us sit there going, well, you guys come out and pay the money. We're going to put something on the field for you. They're not putting nothing on the field. You got 0-1 count, and that pitch is hit foul. 0-2. Yes. And you think, and I still say, why, with all that money that our owner has, why are we losing out to these other teams for big players? Give me a break here. That's a fly ball, and that's going to be caught by the center fielder, and that's going to be the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We are going to the bottom of the third, still no score. You know what I'm saying? Come on, give me a break here. If you got all that money, why don't you give us a winning team? Coming up in the bottom of the third, we got the top of the lineup, Springer, Lukes, and Kirk. But like I said, listen, don't you think, Gary and Foxy, don't you think if they would have sent out a, like The Rangers did. I'm a big Ranger fan. And I told you that they sent out in January. They sent out a message to us Ranger fans saying that this season's a wash and we're rebuilding. So forget about playoffs and all that other stuff. Blah 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 blah. Why don't the Mets do that? That way, I would be like, okay, fine. I'm just going to be doing these games and enjoying it, and win or lose, that's it. Don't give us fans like, oh well, we got a chance. Come on, yeah, come on, Mets, come on, and get frustrated when they don't do something. That's my opinion. So that's what it is. I do these games because I'm a Met fan. And I got mad. Like I said, Sunday's game, I really thought the Mets could have won that game. So I said I wasn't going to do Monday's game. And I said I'm taking the day off from the Mets. And I went to the MLB and I did a game with the White Sox and the White Sox and the Orioles. And I had a great game. It was great. No stress, no nothing. But I said I was going to go back to the Mets to do the game today and tomorrow. And of course, when the Braves come in, that's going to be crazy, but I'm going to do it, you know. No, actually, I'm going to do Friday's game. I won't do Saturdays because Saturday I do the Saturday afternoon game. I pick a game, and then I come back on Sunday to do the Mets. But I was so mad that the Mets had a chance to win that game, and they decided they don't care. They're going to give a $300 million man the day off completely. What is he there for? George Springer is 0 for 1. That first pitch is a ball, foul. One ball and one strike, actually, now the foul ball. You know what I'm saying? Why is he there? Is he there to sit the bench? Give me a break. Come on, man. You can't. I'm sorry. That's a strike call, 1 and 2. I'm sorry. You don't put your second best batter or your second best player on the bench when you have a chance to either tie it or win it. And then you say, oh, well, yeah, we gave him the full day off. And that's a strikeout. By McLean. That's his third strikeout. The fourth strikeout for McLean. So, you know. Yeah, well, you know. That you can never, you know. Can't understand. But then I understand it. I understand Alonso. I understand these guys. They say, well, they're not going to do for me. And he left. And he was a, big part of the Mets. Growing, getting better. 0-2 count to Luke's. And he flew out his first time up. So 0-2 again. You know what I'm saying? You could see that Alonso wanted to stay with the team, but the Mets weren't going to budge on a contract that he was looking for. And then he took the Baltimore Orioles contract. And I don't blame Alonso. I blame the Mets. And I'm shocked. And I said, what's wrong with Cohen? What was that? And then we lost other guys, I mean, Diaz just said, bye, I'm going to, he didn't even bother coming back with the offer that the Dodgers gave him. He went right to Los Angeles. It's 1-2 to Luke's. So, bottom line is that I don't think Stern is capable of being a general manager. So, that's it. And he struck him out. Look at that. The kid's striking out another batter. And it's going to bring up Alejandro Kirk, who singled his first time up. So, don't forget after this inning, we're going to check the poll, see who's going to win this second game. So, we'll check that. So, it's just frustrating that we know as fans, as, diehard, like everyday Met fans, that this season is done. It's been done for a while. Kirk got a ball. 1-0. So just, stop it. Just stop it. And there's a pop up or fly ball actually. AJ Ewing is going to make the catch, and that retires the side. So no runs, no hits, none left. We're going to the fourth inning, no score. So just please, we're adults. We're smart. Actually, not everybody's an adult, but for the fan base. But come on, we don't need this. Anyway, let's check that poll. Let's see what we got. So let's see what we got. Okay, we got 10 votes. I do appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Who's going to win this game? Well, Mets got 80%. Met fans saying 80%, and the Blue Jays are 20%. Well, right now, nobody's winning it, so we'll see. But we'll check it again in the top of the seventh. But you know what I'm saying? It's like we, as fans, I mean, we want to beat, of course we want the best team on the field. But to tell us in the beginning of the season that this is, that Stearns tells Cohen, I was right there when I heard it. Cohen said, oh yeah, this is a playoff team. Granted that he said it when we had all the guys that are on the IL, but I still didn't think. When they got that, when I was just telling my wife the other day, yesterday, I said when they got these players, they were all these players that are on the IL were subject to IL every year. And the last one to finally go on it was Simeon. Simeon finally went on it. The only one that didn't go on it is Bo Bichette yet. And knock on wood for that. Because Bo Bichette was on the IL almost all the way up to the playoffs last year. So every single guy that came over or they, got a contract for is on the IL for the Mets. And then you bring up guys that, are not, really shouldn't be there right now, but they're doing the best they can. AJ Ewing, they tried that other kid in the outfield. He's really good outfielder, but he struck out every time he came up, so they put him down. Then you got Mauricio, who really can't hit a curveball, but he's on our bench. We got Juan Soto coming up, and Juan Soto is 0 for 1 with a ground out. So you know what I'm saying? Just tell us that it's over. We will try again next year. That's all I'm saying. And that pitch is upstairs, 1-1. Oh, of course. That's why Keith's not in the Hall of Fame. That's 1-2. 2 strikes. That hurts Keith. He had a good time in New York. He told everybody in his books. He said he didn't pull punches. But I think that you should be
Not answer this call. This is your
every time.
ringtone.
800 numbers. Get off. Always try to get me on 800 numbers. So, I think the Mets should bring in somebody that knows the team, that's been a Met. Like I said, you got Wally Backman. You got almost Hall of Famer this year, Carlos Beltran, who had the job but got in trouble because he was in a Houston scandal. Why not give him the chance to be the? And you know what? And I think, if I'm correct, you talk about Ron Darling was secretly trying to be the general manager a couple of years ago. He put in for that. Why not? Baseball man, why not? I'm just saying, why not? I don't even know what happened to Soto. What did Soto just do? I missed it. Did he hit a single or walk? Did he walk? Well, yeah, Daniel Murphy's good too, but Bo Bichette ground out his first time up. Did 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 Soto single? I don't even know what happened to Soto. He's on base. First pitch is a strike to Bichette. I hope so. I mean, you got to do something. And if we're gonna listen, I am okay. And it's ground ball, and that's gonna be a single for Bo Bichette. Juan Soto is on second. I don't know. I really don't know how to show. Did he get a single? I don't know. I didn't see it. I gotta look it up. Mets have runners on first and second. So, I mean, I'm okay with the the season being done. Yeah, he was doing it like later. I mean, earlier. I mean, somewhere when before, I forgot when it was. Before the scandal, I guess. Well, before, what's his name? Ground ball, right to first, and that's going to be an out. He gets him over to second and third, Lindor. So it's a fielder's choice. Second and third, Mets, 1 out. Anyway, get some rally going. Let's get something going here. I'd be okay. I'll be okay if they decide that they got to get rid of these players. At least I know that they're trying to get to get younger and get better. You know what I'm saying? Don't just play us for a fool saying that, oh well, we still got opportunity because of the wild card. Well, that slipped away already, buddy. The wild card slipped away because now they're probably 9-10 games back at the wild card. I haven't looked. Jared Young, he flew out his first time up. You know what I'm saying? That's done. That's done. We stop about the wild card, stop about making the playoffs, unless there's a miraculous recovery before the trading deadline, which ain't going to happen. And that pitch is swung on, and that's foul down the left field line. It's 1-1. So that's it. Just play out the string. That's it. Find the players that you want. I mean, I don't know if I told you or not. Were you here when I told you that Green said he's going to go back upstairs once he's done? He's not going to be looking to become a manager. And that's a strike, 1-2. Here's what happened. Here's what I was saying. Here's what I'm saying. He was sitting at his desk looking at all the players, and what's the name said? Stern said, "You're going to be my manager." And he's like, "What?" So he had to. That's his boss. So he had to do it. And then the first thing he says is that I'm going back to upstairs once I'm done. And that pitch is missed 2-2. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get somebody that's, baseball, and he wants to be the manager, and he wants to be and if you get rid of the general manager, you need somebody that's baseball knowledge, and come on. And that pitch is swung on and missed. He struck him out. We got 2 outs now. That's 2 strikeouts. Yeah, I know. I never saw his. I never knew he wrote a book about a mystery. That's funny. We got AJ Ewing, who is 0 for 1, and he flew out his first time up. The Mets have second and third, 2 outs, top of the 4th, trying to get the lead in this game. Guzman is already up to 49 pitches. First pitch is going to be a strike call. With the runners in scoring position, he's 6 for 22 this season. Ewing. Small, because he hasn't been there that long. But here's the pitch. It's a ball. 1-1. Mets trying to get something in this inning. Stop leaving men on base. That's their problem. That's another problem they have. And that ball is fouled back. It's 1-2. The Mets leave a lot of men on base. A lot. And the thing I believe it's been happening for a couple of years now, that they're so weak between the 7th, 8th, and 9th batters. After the 6th batter, then it's weak time for the Mets. They don't have a full. When the Mets fouled off, when the Mets go to Atlanta and we do those games, you'll see their lineup is stacked. The Mets don't have that. They don't have it. And and I don't understand why they don't have it. They have an owner that can spend money, and I don't know who he's listening to. Anyway, that's fouled off again, 1-2. So that's another thing. He's got to, if you want to win, you got to spend money, and I'm sure he knows this. He's been a Met fan, like we are. He just has the money, but he doesn't really pull triggers. Like I said, I could have went without Soto. I really could have. And he struck him out, and that's the inning. So they failed to capitalize on the men on base. So, I don't know what Soto did. Did he get a hit? Anyway, no runs. I'm saying 1 hit because I didn't know. And 2 left on. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. Yeah, Lenny Dykstra has been, wow, I don't know what happened to that guy, man. Maybe those steroids that he took when he became a Philadelphia Philly. I remember that. I said, wait, he went from being like a 190 weight, if he's lucky, to a 250 or whatever. I'm like, that can't be over the summer. You can't do that. So, yeah, I think that got to his brain. Anyway, we're going to the bottom of the 4th, and coming up will be Keys, Clement, and Varso for the Blue Jays. But, it's crazy. I mean, they're going to make us, here's what's going to happen. They're not going to say nothing to us until the trading deadline, when people are saying, oh, man, are we going to trade? Are we going to get trade? Are we going to get better? No, we'll know right away. That's over. Yeah, Lenny's been in trouble a lot lately. So, yeah, I'm telling you, it's definitely got to be the steroids. I'm sure he was definitely on the steroids. But, hey, it's getting dark over here. You can still see me, right? Because I don't have any lights on. First pitch to, who is it? Varso? What did I say it was? Keys. Keys struck out his first time up. Second pitch is a ball, 2-0. Oh, 1-0. What is it, 1-0? Next pitch is swung on and fouled off. We got 2-0. How can it be 2-0? It's 2 Come on, they got this all mixed up. 2-1 now, okay. Crazy, man. 2-1 pitch. That's going to be a called strike. We got a 2-2 count again. Two count, and that's going to be a swinging strike 3. Another strikeout for McClain. His 5th of the game. It's going to bring up Clement, who has grounded out his first time up. First pitch is a strike call. 0-1. Next pitch is ground ball foul. We got an 0-2 count. I mean, the Mets are so bad. You know what they're doing on the station? They got the guy in the out, and the guy, what's his name, in the out, testing hot dogs, telling how good they are. Who cares? Because they don't know what to do with themselves. Fly ball, that's hit to left field. Soto makes the play. I thought Soto might miss that, but he did get it. Come on. Nothing to do with the game. They're over there testing hot dogs. What's better and what's not. They got a scale, 1 to 9. What's the best? I don't care. Just, you know, they know it. They know it, but they're getting paid. They know they're getting paid. They got to kill time. It's going to bring up Varso. And that's going to be a ball outside. And she's been struck out his first time up. I'm going to have to put a light on or something. I can't see. I need a light. Maybe that might be better to see. I know you guys can see me, but I can't see the thing. So, 1-1 count. Believe me, that's a strike, swinging foul. Believe me, and my wife can vouch for me that I wish the Mets would be going on a 10-game winning streak right now. You know, every game I think, okay, we could start something, but they don't. I got a calendar right here, and today's the last day of the month. And I got every single loss and every single win, and it's not good. I thought last month was terrible. This month's terrible. So, 1-2 count to Varso. Like I said, I bleed orange and blue. I did this because of that. I wanted to, you know, figured, hey, here's a pitch that's up high. I started off with doing my New York Rangers, and I said, you know what? I could do the Mets. I didn't think it was going to be this bad, and I'm still doing it. I just have stress sometimes because I think that the team should be a lot better. What they put on the stage. And that ball is shot over the right fielders into the corner, and that's going to be a double for Varso. Fourth hit for the Toronto Blue Jays. Right over the first baseman's head, into the corner. So, all right, so it's going to be I can never say that name. Why can I never say his name? Whatever his name is. He singled his first time up. Urias is a ball outside. Urias. Yeah, Urias, I guess his name is. Next pitch is thrown. That's going to be a ball. We got a 2-0 count here. McLean was doing pretty good until he gave up that double right now, and all it takes, you know. It's 2-0, 3-0. Oh boy. Hasn't walked about it tonight yet. Yeah, right. Yeah, he was crazy. That's the first walk given up. All of a sudden.
I'm walking here.
We got a runners on first and second. And here comes Pinaggio. He got a single his first time up. 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth. No score. And the pitching coach came out. Yeah, pitching coach is out there. You can never tell. I said this last night. I was like, I know my pitching coach because I watch the games, but when I watch the other teams, when I have to do the other games, I'm like, is that the pitching coach, or is that the pitching coach, or is that the manager? Because no pitching coach and manager wear a uniform anymore. They wear a T-shirt or a hooded sweatshirt, and then finally I was. I was going through this. I was going through after the game last night. I was putting on baseball, and I saw the Cubs manager, Counsell, have this. He actually had his jersey on. I'm like, wow. I'm telling you, they get away with murder all of a sudden now. You don't wear your whole uniform anymore. So when I'm sitting there going, is that the pitching coach? I don't even know who it is on other teams. They allow them to do whatever they want to do. We got Pinaggio. Ball one. Mets are looking to get out of this little jam here that's been brewing right now. Here comes the pitch. That ball is slowly hit the third. Nice play by Bichette. I'm going to give it to him. Got to give it to him. It looked great. That's right. Against his old team, he gets the out. For that, a 6-3 put out. So that's no runs, 1 hit, 2 left on. We are going to the 5th inning. No score. Both teams are having a tough year. Both teams. All right. Coming up for the Mets in the 5th. I know. I can't believe it. I'm sitting there going, is that the pitching coach or the manager? Because they're really, one of them is wearing a T-shirt, one's wearing a hood. I'm saying, how do you know? How do you know? You got Alvarez, Beatty, and what? Torrens. Oh my God, my handwriting is terrible. Let's check some scores because we haven't done that in a while. All right, let's go back up. Rangers got a 3-2 lead over the Guardians in the bottom of the 7th. The Reds and Brewers are tied at 1 at the end of 2. Sal Stewart, solo home run for the Reds. Getting that run. Padres against the Cubs. Padres won. Fernando Tatis hits his 4th home run, a leadoff home run. And that's in the bottom of the 1st. The White Sox, wow. The White Sox 9, the Orioles 1. White Sox are going to be a real good team, and they're probably going to be buying, and they're probably going to look for Peralta, anybody on the Mets they can get. And Pirates nothing, Phillies 2, end of 6. And that's it for right now. And we'll go back to the game. You would wear it? You said you would wear a suit? Well, yeah, well, you're, representing, I guess, working for them. It's all changed. And here comes Alvarez pitch, and that's a ball. 1-1. Alvarez is struck out looking his first time up. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's a swinging strike, not strikeout, I'm sorry. 0-2 on Alvarez. Now my light's too bright on me. I can't really see. All right, we got 0-2, 1-2. Here comes the pitch. That's a long drive. Oh my God, put the stamp on it because he just delivered it into center field. Home run, Alvarez. A home run for Francisco Alvarez. The Mets lead 1-0. Francisco Alvarez takes it to center field.
But the Mets, baby, love the Mets. All right, baby, let's go get a home run, baby, love the Mets. Let's go Mets.
That's 1-0. He got all of that. Climbing the wall, Varso, but that was way in the black. Yeah, that was up there. 1-0 Mets. Brings up Brett Beatty, who doubled his first time up. He takes a swinging. He swings that one. 0-1. Wow, I haven't called a home run in like 4 days or something like that. Well, anyway, here it is. Bang. Nope, it's not there yet. Hold on. Everything gets turned off when I do it. Next pitch is a ball. 1-1. All right, that should be it. 1-1 count. Next pitch is a strike. We got a 1-2 count on Beatty. They got that Spider-Man mask, a blue one. 1-2 on Brett Beatty. Gosman's thrown 62 pitches, 5th inning so far. Next pitch is swung on and right to third, and he's out. Score that 5-3. Brings up Torrens, who flew out his first time up. Ooh, boy. See, if you get Alvarez going, man, get him back to where he was before all these injuries. I think he had like a 20 home run season. I want to say I think he did, but he got so much injuries that slowed him down and took him off his game. And he's so, but he can hit the ball. Torrens takes a strike, 0-1. Not saying, I mean, who knows? I mean, that's another pitch. It's 0-2. I mean, you're never going to get a catcher, I don't think, like the likes of Mike Piazza, Gary Carter. You know what I'm saying? So I would keep Alvarez and Torrens, whatever, boom, 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 unless somebody wants to make a big deal with them, But everybody except Soto and maybe Lindor's time is up. But Soto's not going anywhere. You don't have any starting pitcher that only maybe the young kids that maybe McClain. You got, I hate to say AJ Ewing and Binge, but they can probably bring you some good stuff. I mean, I'm sure that's what they're looking at. So it's unfortunate that this happens to a team when you're playing so bad. Mm-hmm. And that's the ball. We got a 2-2 count. You got to, especially Mauricio. That guy is not gonna get into the majors. He's on the bench right now, but this guy just it's a strikeout. You know what I'm saying? The pieces that you got, they're expendable. You can get rid of if somebody wants to take them. 2 outs and it comes up Binge. He's 0 for 2. So Right, exactly. 2 kids, Soto, McLean, Alvarez. All right, then you keep. Then you're right. Then you. I was going to say, but I think they would probably get more with AJ Ewing and Binge, unless the young rookie pitchers that you have that came up, like what's his name? I forgot his name. Not McLean, but the other guy. Kwong. Tong. Tong could be really good. And that's but flied out, and I can't see it's fouled out. 0-2 on Binge. So yeah. But I think you're right, Gary. I think that's exactly right. Soto, McLean, and the 2 kids, and Alvarez, and there you go. Then you go from there. Then you got every chip that you can use. You probably get a lot for Lindor. Maybe not a lot, but something for Lindor at least, for a team that's looking for that in the playoff run or the stretch run. These other guys that came to this team, I was like shaking my head. And if you watch my earlier videos, my other games that I did with the Mets way in the beginning, I was like, all right, I was trying. That's gonna base hit. It goes over the second baseman's head. I didn't notice it. Binge gets a base hit. So yeah, and comes Juan Soto. I don't know what he did his second time up. I think he made a walk. Yeah, okay, so he walked. Okay, good. Now I can put it in it because I have no clue what happened on that. Anyway, Juan Soto, 0 for 1 with a walk. But I was saying, what do we got here? Who are these guys? What is this Robert Jr., whatever, Lewis Rob, right? Him. I knew about Polanco. I said, man, if that guy, and I said, if that guy stays healthy, he's not going to be Alonso, but he can get us like 20 home runs. He does have that power. He did it with Seattle. So we thought, okay, all right, okay. And then Simeon, I was like, well, he used to be a Gold Glover, but he doesn't really hit that well. So I'm like, oh, no, I don't know what to do. I'm like, okay, but I gave him a shot. And then, of course, they all went bang on the disabled list. It's like, hello, what were they? It's like Stearns knew that he was getting this team. I think you know what? I think, unfortunately, I don't know why. And I think, me personally, I think Ventos is a good player. He showed it in the playoffs that one time. He showed it in the he's got over 20 home runs, I think once or close to it, or a couple times. I think that he's getting a raw deal for some reason. They don't want to play him. They're saying now that he can't hit certain, they can't hit against righties or whatever, or he can't hit against his own lefty. I don't remember what they're saying, but they don't put him in. They put him Beatty. So I think that I think there's a lot of teams out there that will take Ventos. I'm telling you right now, they will take Ventos. And that could be a good chip. That could be a diamond in the rough with Ventos. I'm telling you, there's a lot of teams that will probably take that guy. He could play first and third. And that's a walk. Soto walks for the second time. Here comes a Bo Bichette who singled his first time up. And here comes their pitching coach, because I figured it is because he got a T-shirt on. Anyway, so Bichette's coming up, and I tell you, every time Bo Bichette is the only Met this whole year, every time in a game, he has opportunity for RBIs. This guy is like an RBI, not a magnet, but he doesn't get the RBIs that much. You know what I'm saying? He draws the bases, that he gets chances, but he doesn't. He's only got 3 RBIs this year. He should have over 60 or 70, because every time he comes up or every time in a game, he has 46 RBIs, leads the team. This guy would be, if he would just, with when his runners on scoring position, he'd have 60 or 70 RBIs right now. He'd be tops in the major leagues. But I don't know. Somehow we don't have it. Unfortunately, we leave a lot of men on base, you know. So, unfortunately, that's the case, you know. Bichette, every time he comes in, there's always runners in scoring position. And you know what? Man, I would die for that if I was a baseball player. I'd be making so much RBI chances. Got some soda because it's getting a little cooler. Not. That's good. I like it. Anyway, Mets got first and second, 2 outs. Bo Bichette takes ball 1 and then ball 2. He's just not. I remember last year they said Bo Bichette was the best with runners in scoring position. He hasn't shown it as a Met. Guzman's got 80 pitches thrown. He probably got one more inning in him. That's a swinging strike, 2-1. So that's another thing with the Mets. Like I said, they leave a lot of people on base. They always leave them on base. So here we go. We got 2-1 count. Here comes a pitch. A swung line drive right to the right fielder, and that ends the inning. And the side is retired. 1 run, 1 hit, and 2 men left on. At the end, going to the bottom of the 5th, it's 1-0 Mets. So 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 left on. I don't know. I just don't think. Like I said, when they were in the clubhouse and they said, "Oh, Mendoza was fired," and look at this, Green comes out and he's green, pun intended. You know what I'm saying? He's green, even though he was a Padre manager for 3 years and did nothing really. He had a terrible record. He's still green, and he comes in and says, "All right, well, let's see what Mendoza's stuff had. Okay, we'll just take this lineup that Mendoza had, and we'll put them in the game." And everybody on the Mets now, the guys that do the after the Mets, they're going, "Well, I see the difference. There was a difference. I see a difference." Where do you see the difference? I only seen green. That's the difference. Everything else was the same. We're watching the same team, guys. I don't know if anybody knows that. The same team is on the field. Mendoza is the only one that left. You got the same pitching coach, hitting coach, everybody. Same. Everything that Mendoza put out there is still out there. He's the only one that's gone. And I'm sorry that he got, let go. Unfortunately, he had to go, but unfortunately they did it at a bad time because he's from Valenzuela, and all my prayers to Valenzuela. And, he had the Valenzuela on his. I said, "What is that on his?" I realized it after the game that night. Then they fired him the next day. Cold-blooded, I thought, right there. You could have done it way before this all happened. So, anyway. But it's the same team. That's all I'm trying to say. The same Mets are out there. The only thing that they did was send Why Mets for success. And another wasted. Right, I know. But here, hold on. Who's up? Jimenez. He struck out his first time. He's got a 1-1 count. What was I going to say? I had some thought right there. What was I going to say when you said that? Oh, yeah. I was screaming. I don't know if you were there that night. I was screaming, why pitch to Schwarber when the Mets, when the other teams don't pitch to Soto, they always walk them. And we pitched to Schwarber, crushed us in 2 series. Come on. What is up with this? I mean, how is this possible when we have a guy who can hit a home run every time up? He can hit it. That's what I can believe. Soto can hit a home run anytime, anywhere, anytime up. But yet they don't pitch to him. Right? They don't pitch to him, but yet we pitch to the guy who leads the home runs. You just throw pitches. Yeah, throw right down the middle. Ba-boom. I'm tired of that. I was going nuts about that day when Singer threw the pitch, and I'm like, why did he just throw that pitch? You could have walked him. So there's one out, and it's going to bring up Springer, who's 0 for 2, ground out and struck out. McLean's pitching a really good game, 69 pitches, 1-0 count is a ground ball, slowly hit. Bichette, just hold it. Yeah, you should just hold it. That's a base hit. You almost threw it away. He's going to beat that out. A slow roller to third. You got to use common sense. Use common sense, you know. Springer's on base with one out. It's going to bring up Lukes, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Exactly. You see how many times Soto walks. I think he led the league last year in walks. What is the sense of pitching to guys like Judge, you know, Schwarber, Ohtani? Why? Who? Why? Ground ball, slowly hit, foul. Now, Gary, do you remember when Bonds used to be, playing? They'd walk him. Did they or did they not? I swear, I think it's true that they walked him with the bases loaded. Tell me if I'm wrong or right there. I think they did. They were winning by a lot, and they walked Bonds or whatever, and they walked the bases loaded with Bonds, and they basically put him on base. Say, I'm not pitching to him when Bonds was killing the ball. The Mets can't even walk about it. The guy the base was open, and they pitched to Schwarber. Are you kidding me? This guy I call him the lumberjack, and he's the new Babe Ruth. Put it that way. That's how big. Fly ball, and that's caught center field, and he goes back to first. 2 outs. I just don't know what the Mets. I don't know. I don't know why they do these things, and it gets you so stressed out. Yeah. They don't understand the pitch around, because I really thought that's what they should have done. And they pitched all. Come on, if the guy's going to hit 1 home run off of you, fine. But you let him hit 2, and then you let him hit 3 in the same game? What, are you kidding me? There's no way you're going here, bang. Then you deal with Harper. If he hits you, then fine, so be it. But you don't let Schwarber beat you. You know what I'm saying? Come on. It's 1-0 to Kirk. He singled and flew out. Runner on first, bottom of the 5th. So, it's just stupid things that the Mets do. And strike call, 1-1. And another thing is, you can't tell me that the losing is not affecting their hitting. Of course they are. And their fielding. They are the worst in fielding. The Mets have the worst. They're the worst. So this whole thing is just messed up. This season's messed up, but yet the people in charge don't think so. Or they're just naive. Or Stearns is just making Cohen think this. But I think Cohen's a very smart man. You do it. He had to be a smart man. He's got so much money. And that's a ground ball right to second, and that's the force play, and that's the out. It's the end of the inning. Score that 4-6 force out. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the. Wow, we're going to the 6th inning already. Look at that. Mets are coming up with. Not Bo Bichette, he made out. Lindor, Young, and Ewing. So. Yeah. The night that he had and I said to everybody, I said, what is that? I didn't know that was the abbreviation for Venezuela. He had it on his hat, and I'm saying, what was that? And then at the end, when I got up in the morning, my son texted me saying, "Well, you got your wish. He's gone." I'm like, wow. So he had to deal with all that stress and then all the problem with the family, his homeland and all that stuff. That is, to me, you could have been like, well, you know what? You don't need to fire him right now because the team ain't going anywhere. You poured in Green, and Green's only got one win. He got the win. When was that win? He got it on Saturday, 6-2. He became a manager on Friday. That was a Thursday. I'm sorry. It was a Thursday. Was the last game for Mendoza. Green came in on Friday. They lost 2-1 because they didn't put Lindor in the game also that night. He was there. They won on Saturday for his first win, Green. And then they lost on Sunday when they had the chance to tie the game or win the game in the bottom of the ninth. They never put Lindor in, and then they lost yesterday 2-1. So he's only got one win since Friday, since Saturday. He's only got one win since he's been in here since Friday. So that's it. That's his record. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Hey, listen, I think that we could win at least a series, 2-1, 3-game series like that. I guarantee we will win 2 games out of it. At least say, listen, we can beat, at least we have not won a series in a long time. We can't even win a series. Francisco Lindor 0-2, fly it and ground out. You know what I'm saying? I just want to win a series, Gary. Just one series. We haven't won a series. I don't know when. Oh, no. You know when we won? When we beat the Braves and we couldn't believe that we won that series 2-1. Then we went downhill after that. It's like, well, we did what we had to do. Okay. We beat the best team in the league. That's 3-0 count to Lindor. So, you know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. They don't know how to win anymore. That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping they can win tonight, right? And then tomorrow game, we got a chance to win a series. That's, is that strike call 3-1? It ain't like it ain't like, you can tell right away, there's a lot of guys that are playing this game that are making the big time money and they don't care about winning or losing. You can see it in the young players. They want to win. They hustle. Warming up in the bullpen for the, is that Flattery? For the Blue Jays. He's at 87 pitches, so this could be his last inning. And that ball is fouled off. We got a 3-2 pitch to Lindor now. So, it ain't the same anymore, you know? They're making their money. I mean, seriously, I'm not going to smile. We're down, we're one of the worst teams in the league, if not the worst. And you're smiling on the bench. And he struck him out. Lindor struck out, swinging. Doesn't matter. He goes back home to his mansion and his whatever he's got, $300 million plus. It's just what I'm saying. Guys like this, I can't. I really can't. It's no bother. Seriously, did you ever see Lindor ever say his dream was to win the World Series? Oh. Ground ball. That's a base hit by Young. Check out the young kids. A.J. Ewing. That guy hustles. They were down 15 or whatever. He's hustling, diving for balls. These are kids that, right now, love to play the game. I'm not saying later on in life when they get big contracts, but right now they love to play the game. They're in it for the game, not the money. That's later. They don't have those guys like Jeter and Griffey anymore. I don't see it. You let me know if you see it. I don't see it. First pitch to A.J. Ewing is popped up and out of play. So it is what it is. You know. 0-1 pitch to Ewing. Runner on first. Next pitch is a called strike. 0-2. Top of the sixth. Ewing lined out and struck out. 0-2. Here comes a pitch and he swings and he struck him out. Another strikeout. 2 outs. Brings up Alvarez, who hit the home run last inning to give the Mets the 1-0 lead. Or did he strike out? Yeah, he struck out, okay. 93 pitches from Guzman. That was his 9th home run of the year, right? Yeah, I think so. First pitch is a called strike. Alvarez didn't like it, but they called it a strike. Oh, I still got the... Oh, look at me. That home run was for last inning, not now. Shouldn't be there. I forget. All right. Next pitch is fouled off. We got an 0-2 count. Hey, if you're new here, hit that like button and please subscribe. It's free. I appreciate it. Next pitch is swung on and missed. He struck out the side after giving up that single. So no runs, no hits, 1 left. We are going to the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Mets. And that lead's not even safe. I don't even trust that lead. Don't trust that lead at all. Coming up in the bottom of the 6th for the Blue Jays is Keys, Clement, and Varso. I think it's still going to be McLean. I don't think he's even at the pitch count yet. So I'm sure that they gave Green a little bit of a bonus for doing this. You know, sweeten the pot for him. Stern. Phew. Oh yeah, no, they have, but like I said, they're it's not everything working on the same. They're not having the complete ball club. If the pitching is working, then the hitting is not. If the hitting is working, then the pitching is not. Then the relief pitch. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? We can't even get a 3-game winning streak going. We've had a 3-game winning streak and then we lost. You know? Now, say this. If we get a winning streak tonight, tonight and tomorrow, and we win the series, guess who we're going against? The Atlanta Braves. There's no way we're going to win a series in Atlanta. No way. No way, no way, no way. Yeah, right. Take one for the team, Greeny. Be my scapegoat. I really hope. I believe that Cohen is smart, man. I believe that he's gone at the end of the year. Unless a miraculous turnaround, which that'll be the greatest thing in history. Clement is 0-2 tonight. 2 ground out and fly out, and he's got a 2-0 count on him. Clement and McLean is got 79 pitches right now in the 6th inning, so he's pitching a real good game, and that's a strike, right? It's 2-1. So next is a 3-1 count. Three and one. And a strike call, and he's going to challenge that. So McClement is going to challenge the strike call. Says it's a ball. Let's see what happens. They have 2 challenges. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the umpire missed that one. So that's going to be a walk right there, boys and girls. That's going to be a walk. He missed it by 0.1 inch. Called it a strike. So it's not. It's a walk. And don't want to start an inning off with a walk. But that was, who was that? Keys? Oh. No, it's Varso. Hold on, I got the wrong guy. Varso's up, and he's 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. 1-0 count right now. I mean, how much? I really hope so. I really do. Like I said, I really do. I think that he's not the man for the job, man. Nope. 1-1 count right now. Got to change everybody. Change everybody. Get rid of what you got to get rid of, and let's do it all over again. That's a 1-2 count. One and two. Bottom of the 6th, 1-0 Mets. Next pitch is swung on and still foul back. It's 1-2. And in the bullpen, we got, of course, Oscar Brazaban. Now, see, this is what I'm saying. Are they allowing the pitching coach to make the decisions? Because it seems like it's the same pattern. McLean comes in, does his game, and then Brazaban's going to come in afterwards. And if pitch thrown to first, safely back, 1 disengagement. You get 2 disengagements. If you don't get him on the 3rd, he gets rewarded the base. And I've never seen it yet. I like to see it. So 1-2 count. It seems like to me, it's like the same. It's like Mendoza's. If you want to believe that Mendoza's still running this team from his home. But we all know it's not. So I'm saying it's not Green. And that's a strikeout. And that's what they needed right there. Another strikeout for McLean. 2 outs. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that, tell me different, because I'm telling you right now, Stearns is running the show. From wherever he is, say, listen, I want you to put this one in, I want you to put that one in, and this is how it's going to work. Luis Urias is 1 for 1, single and a walk. Takes a strike call, 0-1. Because the same stuff is happening. Like I said, I've done 41 games of the Mets, and I see the patterns of the pitcher. That's a strike call, 0-2. We got 0-2 count. Could be McLean. It's probably going to be McLean's last inning, because I saw Brazoban, so you know right away that's it for the kid. He'll pitch 6 innings. If he gets out of this inning, he did a great job, and now the Mets need to get him the win. 0-2. Here comes the pitch. That's low for ball. 1-2. He's got his 90th pitch coming up. He's got 90 pitches right now thrown. And don't forget, right after this inning, we're going to check that poll, see what's up. And then we'll do some scores because we haven't done a score in a while. Next pitch is swung on. That's a ground ball right to third. Bichette backed up. He's going to bounce it over to first and then get him out. Nice play. Both of them all around score that 5-3. So no runs, no hits, 1 left. We are going to the 7th inning, and there's Mets 1, Blue Jays nothing. All right, so coming up for the Mets in the 7th inning will be Beatty, Torrens, and Binge. So let's check that poll. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay. Wow. All right, well, it didn't change. It only has 10 votes, so it's still the same. It's going to be 80% Mets and Blue Jays 20%. And right now, the Mets, the ones that did the Mets, are winning the poll. And we'll do it one more time at the end of the game. So let's check the scoreboard. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Rangers against the Guardians ended in, oh, it's actually game over. Let's see, it's game over? Yep, Texas beats the Guardians 4-2. Winning pitcher, ex-Met, Jacob deGrom, 7-5 this year. Losing pitcher is BB. Saved by Latz, I don't know if that's his 18th save or not. Maybe it's 18th save. There you go. Home run by Manzanato, his 10th for the Guardians. And for the Rangers, Peterson, his 14th. Jung, his 9th. And that's it right there. So another ex-Met. There you go. Jacob deGrom, who they thought was washed up, so they had to take care of him. Top of the 5th. Reds at Brewers. 5-1 Brewers. Back in the game, Mason Florati is coming in. Florati. 4.45 ERA, 1.55 WHIP. He has the most appearances in the major leagues at 45 appearances. He has the most. Comes Brett Beatty, who is 1 for 2 with a double. Mets need to get more runs because this game is not over. No way 1-0 is going to win this game. First pitch is the ball. Next pitch is popped up, playable. What? Wow, okay, the shortstop was going to get it, but the center fielder came all the way in and said, get out of my way. 1 out. He ran that all the way down, man. Brings up Luis Torrens, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. No. Yeah, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. I'm sorry. Don't forget tomorrow, we'll get the 3rd game in this series. Hopefully it'll be a rubber game so the Mets get a chance to win the series. I'll be on about 3, I think it's 3 o'clock or something 3 after. 3 o'clock I'll be on Eastern. We'll see what happens. I would love to see if we can get a chance to win a series. But you got to get through this game. That's a 1-1 count to Torrens. 1-2 count to Torrens. In the bullpen for the Mets, you got Brooks Raley, left-handed pitcher. So they took away, what's his name? They're going to put Brooks Raley in there because they heard what I said. Here's the next pitch, and that's going to be, ooh, check swing. They say no swing. In the bullpen for the Blue Jays is somebody. Doesn't tell me who it is. I got to look at the name. I can't see it. Anyway, they both have pitchers warming up. Here comes the pitch. And that pitch is a long drive. Oh, put the stamp on it because that's going to be gone. A home run. By Luis Torrens. 375 feet. Right field. 101.2 miles per hour. The Mets now lead 2-0. Oh, look at that. Torrens, once in a while, give you some power. It's now 2-0. He's wearing a Spider mask. Go get him, Spidey. Anyway, I know, Woody. I'm getting a little crazy. I know. Carson Binge is up. He's 1'3" with a single. Yeah, he took it the other way. Apo Taco. Hey, listen. You cheer for anything and anything that the Mets can get a victory. You know what I'm saying? They make it so hard to get victories. But that's for them right there. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, hold on. Next pitch is fouled off still, 0-2. It's good to see that. It's good to see that Torrens, you know, he works hard. He's been doing a lot more. Like I said, I always called him a weak hitter last year, but this year he's come out like 16 RBIs now, you know. Got to give it to him, right? Give credit where credit is due. Is this on? No, it's not. Hold on. All right, so it's Binge. 1-2 to Binge. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a swinging strikeout. First strikeout for Flaherty. 1 gone, 2 gone. Brings up Juan Soto. Soto is 0-for-1 with 2 walks. 0-for-1 with 2 walks. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a called strike. I think he's hit a little bit of a slump. Next pitch is swung on. That's a ground ball right to first. Flip. No, he's going to take it by himself. And you know why? Because Juan Soto didn't even run. So you tell me that's somebody that, you know what I'm saying? That is not the way you do things. But that's 3 outs. Score that a 3 put out. But the Mets get a home run by Luis Torrens. Now lead 2-0. Going to the bottom of the 7th. Let's all take a stretch. Oh. Woo. Dun, 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 dun. Get your stretches in. Get your stretches in. Woo. Yeah, you know, I mean, right there, you're showing me and you're showing everybody that even though it was a ground ball, you didn't even run that much. You know, come on. Anything can happen. Something could have happened. He could have fell. You know, come on. You know who really gave it to him? Davy Johnson. Oh, you know it. You guys know it. Gary and Foxy, you know it, and everybody else out there. That's not, you know that. God rest his soul. You know, Davy Johnson. Forget about it. You didn't run on a ball. You You ain't playing. But this is the way they are nowadays. Well, coach, I would have got, I got that bad back and all. I can't really run that much. I don't give excuses, man. Come on. Coming up for the Blue Jays will be Pignago, Jimenez, and Springer. And a new pitcher, of course, will be, I don't know. I think it might be Raley. Yeah, it's going to be Raley, I think. Raley, they said Raley. Great game by Nolan McLean. I tell you right now, that's what the Mets need. That kid to be on his game. He may see the Braves. Well, maybe not because... Well, yeah, he might see the Braves. He might be in the Braves series because there's still one more game here. They got a day off on Thursday. So he may pitch the Sunday game. The Sunday night game. Miles Straw is a pinch hitter, 237 average, 2 homers, and 13 RBIs. He's coming in for Pignago. Miles Straw gets to take a strike one. And it's a 2.40 ERA for Brooks Raley, 1.30 whip. And that's pitches swung on and fouled off. I like Brooks Raley. He comes in and does a great job. He's always doing a good job. 0-2 count, and then his pitch swung on and missed. He struck him out. First strikeout of the game for Raley. It's going to bring up Jimenez. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. He showed some pop this year. He's got 7 home runs, 35 RBIs for the. Oh, he's going to bunt. It's going to be bunted up in the air, and he's out. First baseman makes the catch in fair territory. That bunt went all the way to first base. He out. 2 quick outs, and here comes Springer, who is 1 for 3 with a single and a strikeout. Do like that, baby. When you do like that, that helps the Mets out, and it keeps our pitcher in the game with a low pitch count. And that's a ball, 1-0. Next pitch is ball 2. Remember, both teams have both challenges for the ABS left, which is good because now it's in the late innings, so you definitely want to use them when you can. Don't leave them in your pocket. Next pitch is a ball. It's 3-0. Come on. Stop showing the National League East. I don't care. I'll say it. 15.5 games out, Mets. Their last 10, they're 1-9. 1-9, guys. Next pitch is a strike. So 1-9. We all see it. We all know it. The last 10 games, they've only won 1 game. And that was on the second time Green managed Saturday. But yet, management is trying to tell us, well, we're still, this is still a playoff team here, Come on. 3-2 count. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be a strike 3 call. Strike 3 swinging. I'm sorry. That's a fast inning. 2 strikeouts for Raley. No runs, no hits. None left. We go to the 8th inning. Mets 2. Blue Jays nothing. Nice game so far. Don't want to say nothing. Bichette, Lindor, and Young. So, you know what I'm saying? There's a saying that a good friend of mine who taught me years ago, I'm not going to say the word, but never crap a crapper. You know, if you understand what that means. Stop blowing smoke, telling us fans or making us believe that the Mets have a chance, because there's no chance. Just tell us it's over with, and let us just enjoy baseball. Saying, okay, well, you know what, hey, you got the young kids up, yeah, all right, come on, let's see, let's see who's gonna be on the team. Let's go, yeah, get ready, get ready for football, right, and hockey, right, and whatever sports else you like, and or enjoy your summer, right? Enjoy your summer. Not worried about the Mets because nope. And I like I said, I'm one that well, I'm not one. I do have negativity in the Mets when they start. Any team that starts losing on my teams, I start right away saying that the season's over. But I'm usually right. I was right with the Giants. I was right with the Rangers, and now I'm right with the Mets. The Knicks, I was always saying that, but they came through this year. After 53 years, I'm like, okay, we did it right. But you know what I'm saying? Stop these post-game interviews and live that when the Mets lose, they try to, they got to say what they have to say. Anyway, Tommy Nance is in the game for the Blue Jays, 3.68 ERA, a 1.23 whip. So Tommy Nance is the third pitcher for the Blue Jays. Coming up would be Bo Bichette, who is 1 for 4 with a strikeout. 1 for 3, I'm sorry, with a single. With a single. I'm thinking a strikeout already for him. I might have just jinxed him. 0-1 count. Next pitch is swung on an 0-2. I think I might have jinxed him. That's the Rogers Center, right? It's beautiful. The opening is up. I mean, it's open. 0-2 count, and I think I just jinxed him. He struck out. Boy, if I'm good at this, I should say, hey, home run. Come on, Lindor, home run. Here comes Lindor is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. It's 2-0 Mets, top of the 8th. First pitch is a strike call. 0-1. Toronto comes in with a 40-45 record. The Mets, they're gonna challenge it. Blue Jays, it was called a ball. Blue Jays are challenging that. Kirk is challenging. Here's a pitch, and he is correct. It is a strike. So Kirk is correct, and the Blue Jays still have 2 challenges left. What I was going to say is that I didn't really care about the Mets record until I just saw what they said right there. They're 35 and they've lost 50 games already. And that's a ball 1-2. In the bullpen for the Mets is Luke Weaver, right-handed pitcher, warming up. So the race is to Oh, you meant the race is too stressful? Is that what you're saying? I didn't see what it says there. And Lindor struck out. And I think he was going to challenge, but he went like this, and he didn't do it. So they got to teach him how to do that because he didn't do it. Anyway, that's another strikeout for Nance. 2 outs. I don't know. It's going to bring up Young, who is 1 for 3 single last time up, and it's a ball, 1-0. Yeah. But you know what? When you're 50 losses at the end of June, come on. Come on. Seriously. 50 losses. There is no way in HELL hockey sticks you are coming back. That's a ground ball right to first, taken by himself. And you know what? That's an out. But guess what? That's an out. But Young hustled to first and almost beat the first baseman, as opposed to Soto not even running. So that's it. That's a no runs, no hits, none left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Toronto still trailing 2-0. Coming up will be Lukes, Kirk, and Keys, unless there's a pinch hitter. And I know it's going to be Weaver in the game for the Mets. Winning is overrated. Well, you know what? You're right in some ways, Gary, because they don't even care about pitchers winning records anymore. They don't go by that anymore. They go by their, their ERA. ERA is what they go by now. So winning is overrated in some cases, right? Let's check the scoreboard. Baseball has changed in a matter of what? Not even 10 years? I mean, come on, everything is different now. Oh, I got the thing still on. I always forget that. Anyway, let's check the scoreboard. The Reds at Brewers, it's 6-2 Brewers. Jake Bauer's solo home run is 16th. The Cubs playing the Padres at home. That's at Wrigley Field, 5-3, top of the 4th. Alec Bergman's 3-run home run, his 7th of the year. Final, we got a final. Oh, I did show that already. Rangers 4, Guardians 2. DeGrom wins the game. White Sox, top of the 9th, 9-3 over the Orioles. And we're getting back. And one more. Top of the 9th, Pirates nothing, Phillies 8. Trey Turner, 2-run homer, his 9th. And we're getting back in the game. And I think it's Weaver, right? It should be Weaver. Or still Raley. I don't know who's in there still. Let's see. For the party? What party? Luke Weaver's in the game. All right, bro. You'll be here tomorrow, Gary? I'll be. Hopefully, we'll have a rubber game to try to get tomorrow to win a series. That pitch is a ball, 1-0. It's a pinch hitter. No, Luke's is 0 for 3, line out, strike out, and fly out. That's a swinging miss, 1-1. This is for Gary. Where are you, Gary? That's for Gary, man. True blue Met fan. Here comes the pitch, 1-1. That's going to be a called strike, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. One and two. That pitch is swung on and fouled back. One and two we got here. Oh, God. Here comes the pitch, and that's a line drive. And nice play, but Bichette makes the out. Scored 5-3 put out, 1 gone. Nice scoop. That's going to bring up Alejandro Kirk, 1 for 4. He singled in the first inning. 1 for 3? I'm sorry, 1 for 3. Ground ball. I'm going to call it again. He's going to be out at first. I did it again. Ground ball right to the first baseman. All right, there you go. I'm making outs for them. Now he's 1 for 4. It's going to bring up Keys. Keys is... All right, come on. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a line out. I don't think that, well, I can't say, but Guerrero did not play tonight because of his back. Not sure if he's going to be ready for a pinch hit when they come up in the 9th, so we'll find out. But it's 0-1 to Keys. Next pitch is low. We got a 1-1 count. In the bullpen is Tyler Rogers, right-handed pitcher, warming up. He's one of those sidewinders. Next pitch was a ball, 2-1. Two-one count. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be a swinging strike. 2-2. We got a 2-2 count here. I also like Weaver, so I like Weaver and Raley and McLean. Those 3 guys in this game right here, perfect. Keep those guys, definitely. 2-2 count, and that's going to be a pop-up, playable. Bo Bichette, third baseman, calls for it, makes the catch. And that retires the side. So, no runs, no hits, none left. We go to the 9th inning. Mets 2-0. And coming up in the 9th for the Mets will be A.J. Ewing, Alvarez, and Beatty, or pinch hitter. Who knows? We'll see. Ah, boy. Yeah, I know, guys. I know it's very tough to be a Met fan. And you think how tough it is for me calling these games, doing these games, but I promised myself, and I'm sticking to it, that, my wife always says, why are you doing these games? I said, because that's my team, and I want to do this. I want to get better at it, and plus I want to be ready when the Mets, start becoming a team again by next year. So, hopefully. That's why I do it. I did it with the Rangers. So I stick it. I even though I know that some games they get crushed, still here. Although I do get frustrated, and like I said, I won't do a game when I feel like I was like, well, instead of being stressed out, I'm taking a day off and I'm doing a game that's I have no horse in the race. I'll just do the game and have fun. And I did that yesterday. I had a great time. Awesome. The White Sox fans and the Baltimore Orioles fans were great when they came on. It was great. No stress. But this is the Mets. Of course, you're going to get it. Now, even though it's 2-0 in the top of the 9th, I'm still not convinced the Mets can win this game. And that's not the way I used to be. When they were winning, they will win. That's it. We win. No, there's no confidence anymore in this team. But anyway, here comes the same pitcher, I guess, is Nance is still in there. And it's going to be A.J. Ewing, who is 0 for 3, and he's got 2 strikeouts. First pitch is a strike call. So, yeah. I mean, I would like to see the Mets get more runs in this inning, but we'll see. Here comes the pitch. Upstairs, 1-1. Just to let you know, the next inning would be Clement, Varso, and Urias. That's a base hit for A.J. Ewing. That's what we need. Start it off. Oh, that ain't working. Nope, that ain't it. Get out of there. That was me making a mistake. That's why I said go. Base hit for A.J. Ewing. Good start to the ninth. He is a running threat for stolen bases. It's going to bring up Francisco Alvarez, who's 1 for 3 with that solo home run to get the first run for the Mets. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be outside. Ball. Not sure if he's going to run, but you know what? Hey, Mets used to be a running team, and they should still be it. And he throws it away, and he's going to get second base on a bad throw. An error by the pitcher. The Mets have a man on second. That was one of these. Yep. Bounced right over the glove of Keys. The Mets have a man on second. 1-0 count to Alvarez. This is what you need to get the extra runs. And it's great when the pitcher helps you out, of the opposing pitcher. So here we go. 1-0 count, and he swings at a bad pitch. 1-1. Alvarez he's got like a violent swing. He always swings like he's going to be looking to crush the ball out of the yard, out of the whole stadium. Got a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Outside ball. 1-1. Oh, well, I just got the word that Luis Robertson and Jorge Polanco are on the mend, and they could be coming back maybe by the Braves series. Who knows? That's a called strike, and he's going to challenge it because you know why? Because Alvarez challenges everything. And it looks like it might have been a strike, but they called it a strike. It might be a ball. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, Alvarez did it again. It was a strike. The Mets are down to 1 challenge left. He does it all the time. He's the only Met that does it either catching and swinging. It's now 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, and he doesn't throw it. Goes back to first. We haven't heard this in a while because there hasn't been that much going on. It's a 2-0 game in the 9th inning. Mets with a runner on second. Here's a pitch, and it's ground ball. He slips out of the base. Third baseman gets it, and he throws it out of first. He does not move over to third, but he did go over to third. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He did go. I forgot. It's A.J. Ewing. What am I thinking? So score that of 5-3, and Ewing's on third with. Is it going to be Brett Beatty or Ventos? Let's see who's coming in the game. The kid he knew he was going to go to third. He ran right over there. It's a good thing to have speed. When you have speed on your team, it changes the game, baby. First pitch to Beatty is in, and he throws back to first, and he slides back in head first, and he's back safely. Got to watch out for Kirk. Kirk, he'd throw from any angle. That ball bounced. He made the great play, and then all of a sudden just threw it to third base. So it's 1-0 on Brett Beatty, who is 1 for 3 with a double. Mets got a extra run on third base they can use. Here's the pitch, and that's a ground ball, foul. We got a 1-1 count. This is where, this is very important. There's an extra runner, an extra run at third, and all you need to do is hit a fly ball. Come on. This is where you need to do these things. Small ball. Next pitch is up high. 2-1. You know? You don't have to kill it. In the bullpen, of course, you know who's getting ready. The Mets closer, Devin Williams, right-handed pitcher. 2-1 count to Brett Beatty. And that's going to be a slowly, that bounced off of himself, and he's doing a little bit of a tango. You know what I'm talking about. Right off his foot. Right off his foot. He's limping, he's jumping up and down. Hey, hey. That is no good. Right off the top of the, oh boy. He needs a little bit of time there. Nobody's come out to help him. He just keeps, back and forth. But anyway, that does hurt. 2-2 count. He gets back in there. Here we go. 2-2 count. And that ball is hit deep. Center field. And he makes the catch. And I think A.J. Ewing is going to score. And that's going to be a sacrifice fly by Brett Beatty. The Mets now lead 3-0. What a big at-bat by Brett Beatty getting his sacrifice fly. That is a huge play by Brett Beatty. And it's going to bring up Luis Torrens, who hit a home run his last time up. What a huge play. They don't get that many huge plays, the Mets, but that was a huge one. First pitch is a ball. I mean, you can't even ask for something better than that. That is something that the Mets have been missing. A sacrifice fly, Next pitch is fouled out of play. 1-1. That was his second home run of the year. I don't know if I said that or not. So he's actually, like I said, he's not the greatest, but he'll help you once in a blue. He's got 16 RBIs this year. Like I said, last year he really didn't do anything. 1-1 count. Here's a pitch, and that's outside. We got a 2-1 count. Like I said, I don't know if Guerrero is in the pinch hitting. It will be pinch hitting, and I'm sure if he's better, he'll pinch hit. So we'll find out. Next pitch is swung on and fouled off. We got a 2-2 count on him. So be prepared. He's there. They're watching him. They just showed me him. He don't look like he's got a uniform. Well, he's got like a, I don't know if he got his uniform on. I don't know what he's got on, really. He's got the hood that they cut the sleeves off of it. But I see his uniform. That's a 2-2 count, made it 3-2. You know what I'm saying? He's got the hoodie that they cut, but I can see the uniform underneath it, the white Blue Jay uniform. So don't be tricking me, brother. I know you're ready to be. You're not like the Mets. They won't, when they say they're going to keep him out, they keep him out. That's 3-2 to Torrens. Nance has thrown 30 pitches since he's been in the game. 2 innings now. Ooh. 3-2 pitch coming. And that's going to be a fouled ball. Still 3-2. Torrens is actually making him work. Mets trying to win this game, so there'll be tomorrow a rubber game. See who takes the series tomorrow. But they got to get through it. It's a ball, and he walks him. First walk given up. And there's now, here comes the pitching. No, that is the manager coming to take him out. Nance is coming out of the game. There'll be a pitching change. And it's going to be Binge coming in when we come back. So we're going to check this poll right now because sometimes I forget at the end to check it, see if anything changed. You got one extra player, 11. Thank you very much for everybody. The 82% Mets and 11%, 18% Blue Jays. Oh, Gary's back. Gary, I'm still worried because even though they got 3-0, I'm still worried. All I'm trying to do is get the win here so that tomorrow's game, I can say, all right, finally, I'm going to do the game tomorrow, and there's going to be something at stake. You know what I'm saying? It's for me that they win the game so I can say, listen, we got a chance to get a series win. If they didn't win tonight, I'd be like, well, what's the sense of doing the game tomorrow? You know, what is it? You know? But the piñata is ready. Everybody got the piñata? Get your sticks out and start slamming that piñata pretty soon. That's right, Woody. Woody knows. We finally get to use our closer in a closing situation. Unless the Mets score 2 more runs and they don't need them. Or 1 more run, actually. It's 3-0. So 1 more run will do it. I'll tell you right now, in all seriousness, McClain pitched a great game. I mean, come on. You pull for this kid because you know he's come on, he's one of the best pitchers. He's like a DeGrom or somebody. He could be that guy. He could be a DeGrom. He could be a great pitcher. And here comes Binge against Mako. Mako is in the game. 1.26 ERA, 1.26 WHIP. Mako is the 4th pitcher. It's a strike call or swinging. Binge is 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Next pitch is he went. Umpire says he went around, so it's 0-2. 0-2 on Binge. Runner on first. Mets 3-0. I'm very happy that Beatty got that, And that, they're going to challenge it. It was called a ball. And Kirk is going to challenge it. And it might be a strikeout because Kirk is pretty good with this. And that's strike 3. So that was it. The umpire made mistakes, but Kirk gets it and strikeout. But the Mets get a run on a sacrifice fly by Brett Beatty. Going to the bottom of the 9th, Mets 3, Toronto nothing. And we all know who's coming in. Devin Williams. So 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 left. So yeah, so I'm saying if Guerrero is not hurt or his back is okay, he'll be coming in. But Clement, Varso, and I can't even say that name. Urias is the final 3 against Devin Williams. So we'll see what happens here. We will see, people. We will see. Is it going to be a happy recap? Is it going to be a win for the Mets? Or is it going to be a comeback by the Blue Jays? Let's see, the game started at 7:07 or something, 7:10 or something like that. Eastern, it's 9:37 Eastern right now. A little bit over two hours. I haven't had a victory. This should be, you know what? And this is funny because it's the last day of the year. The year. Oh my God, Bill. Not the year. Last day of the month. They came in this month with a losing 3-2. They lost 3-2 on the first of the month. They can win this game, so they have bookends. It'd be long bookends, but they're bookends. Anyway, it's going to be Clement against Devin Williams, who is 4.28 ERA, 11 out of 12 saves, a 1.50 whip. And the first pitch is a strike to Clement. 0 for 2 with a walk. I'm sure if anybody gets on base, you're going to see that man come up. Oh, that Smartstein. That got Torrens. It's an 0-2 count. I hope Devin remembers how to close because this is the first time he's closed in a long time. I was so upset when he was in that 15-2 game. That's a ground ball to third. Bichette's going to throw it. He's going to throw it. Oh, my God. He got him. Oh, my God. I got to give that to him. That's going to be an MVP play right there. Oh, my God. He bounced it 2 or 3 times, and he got him over there. They think he's safe? I don't think he's safe, boys and girls. He went into the hole at third, past the foul line, threw that ball. Let's see, 1 bounce, 2 bounce, and he... Oh, no. Did he get him? Oh, I hope he got him because it looked like he may have got on the bag. No, he's out. He's out, buddy. He's out. All the Mets are going like this. All the Mets. He's done. If he's safe, I want to know how that's happening. He was out. I gave him an MVP on that. You cannot take that away from me. I gave him an MVP. You can't take it away. New York, you better tell him right now. It was 3 bounces to the first baseman. But the first baseman, Young, stretched it and beat him. I'm sorry. Do not play that game with me. I ain't taking it. Anybody else saw it? Because he was out. That was a nice play by Bichette. Watch, the ball's right in the glove. The ball's in the glove already. He's out by 3 miles. Please tell me this is not going to be one of those. Well, the Mets don't really need to win. He's out, man. Oh, I don't believe this. Come on, man. He's out by 3 years. Come on. Give me a break. Bichette made a great play. I wouldn't have put the MVP on it because he made a great play right there. Give me a break. They're laughing. Bichette and Lindor are laughing because they're 15 and a half games out. So, we got to laugh a little bit. They know he's out. Call stands. He's out. All right, let's go. 1 out. Clement is gone. Nice play, Bichette. I did that already. 5-3. I tell you, man. 3 bounces and he got him. Usually you see 1 big bounce and that's it. He got 3 bounces over there. Bing, bang, boom. All right, here comes, who's that, Varso? Varso is 1-4-3 with a double. First pitch is a strike call. Next pitch is a pop up, and Bichette might be making all the outs because that's another Bichette in foul territory. That's 2 gone. Why not? Why not? Let Bichette make all 3 outs. Let's go. And it's going to bring up Urias. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. A single and a walk, of course. So I don't see at all Guerrero. First pitch is swung on and fouled back. 0-1. Mets trying to win this game, even the series, for tomorrow to be the rubber game to take the series. That's all I'm asking for. 0-1 count. Oh, strike two. We got a 2-strike count here, people. 2 strikes. Two strikes. 1 to go. Here comes the pitch from Devin Williams, and that's outside. This is 1-2. Remember, the Mets have not won since Saturday of this week, right? Saturday? And this could be Green's second win as a manager, so I don't know if he knows how to shake hands or not, or winning or not. I'm being so bad. 1-2 pitch. Mets trying to end it now. End it now. One-two pitch coming, and here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball foul. Ground ball foul. Still 1-2. Come on, now let's start a winning streak. Let's go beat the Toronto Blue Jays this game and the next game. And then, foul ball, left field, out of play. So we'll beat the Blue Jays 2 games, and then we'll go into Atlanta and take the sweep on them. And there we go. We'll have a 5-game winning streak. And there goes a pitch, and that's going to be a dropped in for a base hit. They'll have a man on base single for Urias. Now is Straw coming up? Straw coming up. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So I think if they get Straw on base, would Guerrero come out to be the tying run? I don't know. But Miles Straw is up. Oh, no. There's no... Yeah. On deck is Okamoto. If I called it name right. First pitch is a ball upstairs. And it's indifference. Well, I don't know if it's indifference. He stole the base, I guess. It's not indifference, right? Is it? It's 3-0, so I think it's a stolen base. I don't know. Could be indifference. Who knows? Man on second. I mean, it's not going to do anything to you. Next pitch is, outside. Okay, we don't want Devins to mess up now. 2-0. See, I get a little nervous, even though they're winning 3-0 with 2 outs. I still get nervous. Next pitch is a strike call, 2-1. You really don't want them to throw that many pitches because if you need them tomorrow, you're not going to be available. That's outside. 3-1. Oh, boy. Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, Mets. Let's go, Mets. 3-1 pitch. 3-2. Now we got 3-2. Three and two. Runner on second. We got 3-0 Mets. That's going to be a ground ball to Bichette. Bichette throws it over to first, and he completes the play, and the Mets win. And I can't get it to work. And the Mets win. So Bichette ends the game with all 3 assists and putouts. Score that 5-3. The Mets victory.
The Mets, baby, love the Mets. All right, baby, let's go get a home run, baby. Love
The Mets
Let's go Mets.
shut out the Blue Jays 3-0. Wow. Winning pitcher is McLean. Losing pitcher is Gosman. McLean is now 5-5. Home runs by Alvarez and Young, and a sacrifice fly by Brett Beatty. The Mets' total wins now at 36. We got 36 wins. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Toronto Blue Jays, no runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. Wow, unbelievable. Going for the series win tomorrow with a rubber game. That game will be around 3 something. I'll be on at 3 o'clock Eastern. Unbelievable. The Mets finally, second win for Green. I might put the final score here so I can know it on my calendar. Dun, dun, dun. Actually, this calendar is going to go bye-byes because it's the next after tomorrow. Mets win 3-0. So yeah, that's it. I got the piñata. Let's bang the piñata, baby. Boom. Oh, well, guess what? We're going to do one more the poll. We had 12 votes. Another one snuck in. Thank you. Mets 75% and the Blue Jays 25%. And this goes out to the Met fans that... No, get off of that. Called it right. Congratulations. This is what we want, right? We want the Mets to win. They won with a shutout, which is awesome. They had a great pitching performance. In fact, Nolan McLean, of course, then Raley, then Weaver, and the save by Devin Williams. We did everything right in this game. Now tomorrow, we go for the victory. We go for the win, the series finale, and to win that game. That's all they're asking for, is to win the series. Like I said, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that. I'd like to thank everybody that came by. Gary, the beautiful Foxy Rose, everybody else that showed up, thank you. You guys have been great. Like I said, I will be back tomorrow. Same time. Not the same time, but, same channel. Anyway, I'd like to thank Woody. Woody, thank you, buddy. Yes, you're right, buddy. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I should have you know what I should do on here when they win? Wait, hold on. We're going to do that. Hold on. Let's see. Just one more second. I'm having a good time right now, so hold on. We got to have this now. From now on, we got to put this. Oh, man, come on. Can't even score. I can't even say the team's name. Hold on. Trust me. I did it wrong. Can't spell right. Unless this hat goes off on me, I'm going to go nuts. Because sometimes it just goes off. Got to make sure you... Hold on. Got to get the effect going. Wait, color. That's orange and blue. And blue. Is it up? There we go. There we go, everybody. That's it. We got it right there on the hat. See it? All right. You guys been great, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, guys. And like I said, we'll do this tomorrow. Hopefully, we can get that victory and start a winning streak. How would be that? Wouldn't that be nice to start a winning streak?